Hey guys, hey guys, hey, it is your girl Raquel May David that is here. We have my co-host David Sanchez that is with us. I'm trying to get this lighting together, y'all. Okay. And we have our wonderful moderator, as always, Mr. JM with us. So I wanted to go ahead and come on and just let everyone in just a tad bit early because we know the holidays is upon us. Okay. So we want to make sure that you can get your questions answered today and be able to support you promptly. So we love to go ahead and get started. Okay, I don't think they can. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jam. So I love to get started. In the beginning, I love to start with our Dispute Panda community. So for all of you guys that may be new to the Dispute Panda world, I definitely recommend that you get onto the community so that you have accessibility to kind of connect with us. It's like-minded. Everyone that is using the platform, we want you guys to be over there. So if you have questions during the day, if you are a entrepreneur but still works a 9 to 5, okay, you have the ability to go ahead and get into a team that is actually sitting and doing the same type of work that you're doing. Also, while you guys are here, I would love for you guys to submit a testimonial. It's also on the link, and we're going to drop the link in the chat for those of you guys who have been here already. For the new people, welcome, welcome, welcome to our seasoned folks that are coming for the Q&A session of the day. I do want to go ahead and tell you guys, thank you so much for pulling up on me. We're going to drop the link for the community in the chat so you have accessibility to it. And then we are going to deep sea dive. So the way that it's going to work tonight is we are going to get started with the homepage. We're going to talk about how you can do credit repair for the free altogether, right? We are going to sign into the platform. We are going to add a client in, and then we are going to finish the first round of disputes for a client. If you have questions or concerns, there are going to be moments where I'm going to stop and allow everyone to ask questions. And then at the end, we will have a Q&A session. So the goal is for you to get a client loaded in the system, learn how to use the software and overview, of course, and then actually have your first round of letters available. This class is only for the Dispute Panda standard. We will touch some of the key points within the Panda Pro option. So I do want you guys to have accessibility to that. So before we get on into it, does anyone have any questions or concerns before we dive in? No? All right. Let me minimize this screen. Thank you, JM, for dropping it in the chat. Totally appreciate it. And we're going to give everyone just 2 more minutes, and then we're going to start at 8:05. To get started. For everyone who's on camera, thank you so much for coming in. If you have icebreaker question, I normally have an icebreaker question. I didn't have one last week because we kind of jumped it all up into it. But the icebreaker question today, of course, since Thanksgiving is tomorrow, what is the plate that you are looking forward to make? Like, what is the one dish that you're like, oh, I've been waiting to eat this? I'm going to tell you that the one dish I'm looking for is panini, but I can't get any, but David's going to have some panini. But I wanted a fried turkey this year, and this is going to be the first year we don't have fried turkey. Hey, Jeff from California. How are you? Welcome, welcome to the room. But what meal are you guys looking forward to have tomorrow? What you say, David? What you looking forward to?
Oh, of course, the turkey. And
Okay.
well, I'm doing a Boston type of cut, like pork. So it's gonna be like with garlic, some herbs, and I think that one, because like a turkey, I don't know, it's always the same. It's always almost the same.
Okay. Oh, so you don't change it, like
I'm
you
a
don't do
pork
like
lover.
a buttery turkey?
Yeah, no, I love it, but I'm a pork lover. So,
you're a pork lover.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jeff said he's looking for the sweet potato pie. So this is the first year, guys, since I have given birth to children that I have actually not had to cook Thanksgiving dinner. So I feel a little weird because I'm used to like, so we make oxtail curry goats, I was dumplings, you know, all these different things. But I'm not cooking this year. My friend is, and she is not Caribbean. So she is giving us a brisket, a ham. What else is she doing? Brisket, ham.
It's gonna be like a smoked brisket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I thought that was interesting. So this is going to be my first like non-Caribbean Thanksgiving ever, which is definitely going to be interesting. I am going to my friend's house and he will be having sweet potato pie there, which is great. I normally make sweet potato pockets because I want my kids to leave my house. Like I don't want them to leave the kitchen. So one of the things, I make the sweet potato pie, and then I normally make the sweet potato pie, and then I turn around and make pockets for the kids so that they can take with them. So definitely love that. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so we are going to get started. It is 8:06. I want to say thank you so much for giving me your pre-Thanksgiving night. I'm going to get started on the main page of Dispute Panda. So if you guys are by your computer and have not signed up, question. All those that already have Dispute Panda, please drop a panda in the chat. All of those that do not have it yet, that is cool. Drop another emoji so I kind of know and feel out the room. Welcome back to Muslim. Welcome back. I think Corey was here. Okay, you got it. All right, come on, somebody. Hey, Leah, lovely to meet you. We have, I think it's Jolene. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Jolene has this Dispute Panda. Awesome. Aaliyah, I'm not quite sure. It says Stallone, I believe, is here. Welcome, welcome to the room. All right, so the Dispute Panda platform, what I love is that it is the world's most advanced and effective AI-powered credit repair software. It is a place that you can house your clients, and in that space, you are able to go ahead and actually dispute. And on today, I'm going to show you guys how you can dispute every 35 days for free. You do not have to pay for the letters. Jeff, real quick, with you, do you have the software as well, or are you new to the platform?
I have it. Yeah.
Okay, you have the software. Okay, cool. Awesome. So what we are going to do is start at the top. I love to talk about the pricing because I like to get all the shmoney out of the way at the top. Okay, so Dispute Panda allows you to go ahead and dispute every single month. All 3 credit bureaus is only $17 per month for you to generate. So if you're doing this for yourself, and we are not touching the free way to do it as of yet, the standard pricing point is $17. If you purchase your amounts, which when you get into the system, I'll show you that information. When you purchase your amounts, if you purchase it in bulk, you will have the ability to go ahead and get it as low as $12 per month per client. So the cost of it, if you're doing a 12-month program or a 6-month program, you would be able to go ahead and figure out that the cost of the letters are $17, right? However, the cost of the platform for the standard Dispute Panda is free. The basic platform allows you to upload the client, whether yourself or your family members, or if you're doing this as a business, you're able to upload the IDs into the platform, the credit report, and you're able to dispute the rounds all in one software, right? The software also gives you the ability that you can pay to have the letters mailed. If you are not a control freak like myself, where I like to go ahead and print and mail on my own, okay? So you do get a choice of how you want to operate, but to have the software itself is free. Now, if you decide to upgrade to the Pro option, I'm going to list some of the benefits that come with the Pro so you can make a decision as you're growing and glowing as to what would be the best option for you. So the Pro version allows you to have a customer interface with it as well. So what that means is on top of housing the clients and housing their documentation, you will actually be able to have a secure client portal where they're able to send you messages, you're able to send them messages. And there are a lot of perks that I will be going through once we go into the platform that is accessible for you once you're in the software. Again, when you have the Pro, you can also generate letters to the creditors as well as to the credit bureau. So it makes your attack more aggressive when you're going to support your clients. And we're going to talk about how to attack and the options that Dispute Panda gives you with the software. Okay. So in order to get the Pro, it is $197 per month, but it is 14 days for $1, and then you're billed the $197. So that was one. Two, with the Pro, you also get the credit repair business blueprint, CRBB, and it is a class where you get the full training on how to actually operate your business from mindset to execution and to securing clients. You also get to meet with Dominique Brown every Thursday. We are not meeting this Thursday. I believe we start back next week. Is that correct? No, after the 30th, because we're not doing it 30th, right, David? I think we're not meeting again till December. So you get to meet with Dominique on Thursdays. The rest of this month is closed, but starting the first Thursday of December, we go back to meeting with him. And that way, if you have questions on automations, on securing clients, on the platform with the Pro, you get the ability to have that one-on-one conference with him. So with the Pro, you get all of that included with the software. You can choose to do the Pro and you pay for it for a full year, and that way you get 2 months for the free 99. But I wanted to kind of cover the pricing point. So Dispute Panda in and of itself is free unless you go to the Pro version, which does give you additives that you can see. And when we go in, I'm going to show you a bunch of more things that come with the Pro. These are just like the high level overviews. Now, these two do fall under the Pro guidelines, including the integration. You'll be able to see the integration when we get into the software. So I want to jump into what I always want everyone to start with when they're coming into the platform is the training. So we are here Monday and Wednesday. If you're in the Pro group, of course, we meet Thursday with Dominique. However, if you have a question, concern, comment, and you're trying to figure out how to dip and do, what you have the availability to do is to come here to the training, and it literally walks you through how to use the platform. So if you are using another credit monitoring service, that you can literally scroll down and see what credit monitoring services are there. You can go through the full training. You can go through just getting started, how to dispute, how the mailing works, as well as the attacks. So I want to preface that there were older attacks that were in the system that some of us already downloaded. And then, of course, there is a new attack system that is out. So I want everyone to take advantage of that. But to get the new attacks, you actually have to click the download option. Once you click the download option, it literally downloads the PDF for you, and it walks you through how to do your disputing within the software. So if you are new and you're saying, I want to repair my own credit, my mom's credit, my husband's credit, my boo thing's credit, the system actually gives you the walkthrough. So if you are not aware of how to do it, you will actually be able to work the flow that is in front of you. And it tells you every 35 days what the next round of attack is supposed to be. And with this updated flow, you actually have the ability to where you don't have to worry about it being in colored. You don't have to worry about it being certified mail. And it does integrate between handwritten and non-handwritten to make it accessible for you. So the software helps you with figuring out how to maneuver and be a beast in the credit streets for your friends and family. Okay. The next tab that I like to cover is the contact tab. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, like something is glitching and the glitch is a problem, I want you guys to go ahead and come to the contact tab. Number one, the Dispute Panda team is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you are able to go in, and if you have a specific question for a client, whether it's documentation, rounds, mailing, or if you have the pro and you have a subscription question, you can come in here and ask those questions. Also, if you are looking to, excuse me, ask general questions such as, hey, I want to be a part of the beta testing, or I would like to sign up with a partnership, you have the ability to go ahead and actually have that conversation and connect with someone at the back office that would be able to support. All right. Any questions so far? No, looks like we're good. All righty. So definitely these are two of the main pieces that I tell everyone to leverage when you're utilizing the platform. Now, if you already have an account with them, with us, you are able to go ahead and click the login. If not, you're going to click sign up for free, and we are going to enroll together. So for all of you guys that already have the platform, just hang tight. I'm going to go through the walkthrough together, and then we're going to load the client in from there. Now, this platform is the information that you are going to be entering as the business user. So let me be clear that even if you're using this platform to just fix your own credit, you need to have a different email address than the one that you're going to use to actually repair your credit as a client. So there is one email address that you're going to use to log into the platform, and then there's a completely different email address you're going to use as a client. You cannot use the same email address for both. Okay. So I wanted to go ahead and advise of that. And then you want to go ahead and put in your phone number into the software. If you're doing this as a company, you can add this information here. If you are not, do not fret. You can leave it blank. And then if you change your mind and you actually turn this into a business, you can literally come in and update it. And I will be taking you to the portion of the platform where that information is accessible. Okay. All right. I like to sign up for free things, y'all. Y'all looking to get to know that I like free. I like discount. I like alerts. I like exclusivity. Okay. So whenever there's a special offer or any additional resources or tools or events, I need to be in the know. So I personally sign up. It is completely up to you if you choose to do so or not. But that is something that I personally like to do. Now, this right here is the service agreement. It basically explains what is expected of you, what you should be expecting from Dispute Panda software, what all of the terminologies mean. And I definitely recommend, if you have not read it as of yet, please go ahead and take the time to read it. I've personally read it before. We're creating a dummy account together right now. But I wanted to let everyone know that that is something that you definitely want to look at. Now, once you get into the main page, there is a verification email that is sent to your email address. I'm not personally going to check it right now, but you guys do have the ability to do that. You can roll past it. I would say that normally within 24 to 48 hours, you want to go ahead and check so that they can validate that the email address that you put in as the owner of the platform is valid and works for you. Okay. This main dashboard here is what you would automatically log into as a user of the platform. Once you get in, if you have clients on file, it will automatically have the client's information. If there's any documentation missing, it will alert you of what those items are. The birthday tab is a pro feature, so it will alert you of when your client has a birthday so that you can go ahead and say, hey, from Evolving E, which is my company, I want to go ahead and wish you a happy birthday. And that way they feel like you really care about them as an individual, not just as a client. So I definitely love that feature. On the main dashboard, you'll be able to see any reports and information that may be available for this month. You are also able to upload to the Dispute Panda, which gives you the Zapier integration, shareable reports, which I'll be showing you in a moment, and other cool features that are there. But this is one of the features that I love to talk about is Credit Dyno. So anyone that knows me knows that I am team passive income. Okay, y'all, like team passive income. What that means is you can sign up right here on the platform and you will get your own code for Credit Dyno. Let's talk about why you'd want to have this as a credit monitor option in your arsenal. So a lot of the other credit monitor companies that are out there do give you the credit monitoring and it does give you a score. However, it does not give you the full 7-year window of your client's report. So you're not able to see what is actually going on your client's report on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so you want to go ahead and leverage that Credit Dyno as an option, because on top of you being able to see a full 7 years and not waiting for the letters back from each individual credit bureau, you also get a free round of attack every 35 days that you pull with Credit Dyno once your client signs up. So you'll be able to go ahead and leverage here as an affiliate, and you can get up to $22 for the clients that sign up. If you do not have a credit monitoring already, you can sign up under your affiliate. You can sign up under Credit Dyno directly, but this is where you would go and click sign up, and then you would put your information in the software. What I would like to explain is that your affiliate option does not give them a 7-day trial for free. So if you are giving out your affiliate link, when the person goes to sign up, they're signing up immediately and paying that $29.99 in real time. Okay. And then you get your $8 every time they pay for it every month. This platform gives you the ability to get the free disputes. It also gives you the ability to generate letters to the credit bureaus and the creditors, because you have the pro and you have the Credit Dyno linkage. So definitely something to think about as you're maneuvering, and you can always make posts throughout the month that says, hey, have you checked your credit today? And we're not talking Credit Karma, right? You want to know the details that's in there. Once we load a client in, I'm going to show you some of the additional perks that you can leverage to educate yourself and your clients on credit, so that you'll be able to see it a little bit more seasoned, okay? So there are 2 ways to gain access to your clients. One is up here on the bar with the search template. You are required to put in at least 3 characters for them to pull the client information, for the system to pull the client information in. Also, if you're looking to get it another way, you can go ahead and click on the client tab. The system will go ahead and show you active clients, inactive clients. And if you already have a software and are trying to port your clients over, you can click import. And as long as you have a CSV file, you'll be able to pull the clients in. Now, if you're having an issue pulling in your clients from another platform, I want to go ahead and tell you that info@Dispute Panda, you can send them the CSV file. You can go ahead and hit the contact option that's also located right here and ask them to go ahead and send you the information that you need in order for you to import your clients in if you're leaving another software, okay? If you want to add a client, the new client option is also right here to make it easy and seamless for you to kind of maneuver through the system. This letter option gives you the information on what clients you have worked, what letters you've sent out, the date and the time. If you want to utilize the system to mail out the letters for you, you do have to pay for the letters, as well as the postage that is being used, but the letters go out Monday through Friday. As long as you get the letters in by 12 p.m. PST time, it will go out the same day. If it's after 12, it'll go out the following business day. If you do certified mail, you do not have to log into the USPS. The tracking information will also be located on here for you. So you would be able to see the status of your certified letter. What else was I going to say? Oh, so you are able to track it, and there is a serial number that is assigned. So you wouldn't, even if you do not do certified, but if you do just a standard letter, there is a series of codes or a sequence of codes that is linked to let you know when your letter is mailed out. So that way you don't have to worry about what's going on with your letters, okay? The only thing that is guaranteed, of course, is the tracking option. So you would have to get certified for it to be guaranteed, because you have to think about it. The standard letters are just, the first class letters are basically like you guys taking that letter and walking it to the post office to get support, okay? The inbox, this is a pro tool for your clients to communicate with you. It is a part of the Safe Client Portal access for them to have accessibility to, as well as this report tab. I'm going to show you what the report tab looks like on the, what's the verbiage? On the business level, this is what the report tab would look like for you. You would have the accessibility to go ahead and see the total amount of increases that have happened, total amount of deletions that have happened, and the total amount of debt that has been removed. So you'll be able to have this clear, in-depth conversation to go ahead and make sure that these items are resolved for you in a real way. Okay. And on top of that, you also have the ability to share that report on social media. So if you do have a logo that you can upload into the platform, you would actually have that logo. Your business information would be at the bottom, as well as the logo again. And then you'd be able to post the results of what you've been able to delete, remove, get gone for your clients to go ahead and secure new clients if you're doing this as a business. Even if you're not doing it as a business, but you're wanting to help your friends and family, you can go ahead and still leverage this on your social media platform as a way to let them know, hey, I know what I'm doing, and I've been able to remove things, okay? So I definitely love the reports. There's also an option within the client, so I love that as well. The subscription tab is also a pro feature that allows you to set up different subscriptions, different plans, and payment forms. So for instance, if you have a sale or a special that you're running, you can create a plan specifically for that and a payment form specifically for that. So when clients enroll, they automatically get that payment form and they can go ahead and zip and do to get everything that they need to be able to enroll into your program. Again, this is a pro feature. You also have the training and the contact us option, that were on the original page. And this is what I want to show you guys. So when you sign up for Dispute Panda, you automatically created your profile. This was your login information that you provided when you signed up for the platform. Of course, you can add your wonderful, lovely photos. But if you decide, hey, I am going to be doing this as a business, you can put your logo in here. And then you can put your company website, email address, phone number, and your contract on file, so that once you go pro, all of this information, your contract information, will be accessible for your clients to actually see as soon as they log in. Another amazing feature is they do not charge you to add a member onto the platform. So let's say you work, but you also have a VA and a cousin that helps, right? You will be able to go ahead and give them their own dedicated login information, and they do not have to share your password at all, and they won't be able to make any changes. So you can literally just click invite and add their name as well as their email address, and it will send them a link for them to go ahead and create their password that'll be dedicated for them. Okay. Also, if you have multiple credit monitoring softwares, you can go ahead and plug it in. But I'll guarantee you, when you see how easy this is, because Unlike the other platforms where you have to log into them and update the credit report every single month, with Credit Dyno, you just click after 35 days, you click the one-click import, and it automatically updates your client's profile. You do not have to do any additional work. So you're literally clicking that button, going through the report, and clicking again to go ahead and get the support that you need. So I love that, that feature. But if you're with Identity IQ, Smart Credit, or My Score IQ, you have the ability to go ahead and put your affiliate links right there. And that way, when your client logs into the portal, they will be able to pick from the options of affiliate links that you have available if you choose to do so. This disputing option gives you the ability to go ahead and change the addresses that are going to the credit bureau. The credit bureaus have about 7 or 8 different addresses, so please be mindful that sometimes they will turn one off, just like they do with their faxes. They'll turn it off and be like, oh no, we're not using that right now. If that happens, you would just get the letter. The letter will go back to you if you're disputing your own account. It may go back to the client. And all you'd have to do is get that updated address. You can change it and save it in the system. And that way you're not missing a beat when you're sending out the next round of letters, right? Because you already have that information. So it does give you the ability to change those addresses. Now, the billing. The billing portion, of course, allows you to upgrade to Dispute Panda Pro. You can do your bulk purchases here. So if you want to go ahead and purchase in bulk, and you can check out, or you can do the subscribe and save option. No matter which payment option you're using, the one thing I want to point out is that you're going to log in, or you're going to sign up with your credit card. So if you are doing your cousin, your sister's, your aunt's credit, that is fine. But the only credit card that should be on the platform is the account holder's credit card and no one else. Okay, the subscribe and save gives you the ability to go ahead and sign up for either a $20 or a $60 plan, and you get 50% more than what you purchased. So no matter what, you'd be able to get billed this amount every single month. So every single month they'll bill you $60, but you'll get $90 worth of credit. So if you are using Credit Dyno, so your tax are free, you can use that $90 for the system to systemically mail your letters for you. And that's one less thing that you have to do. You can store your payment information on file, which I definitely love to make it easy for you if you're not doing the subscribe and save option. But you want to go ahead and buy credits, you can come in and do that, and it will make life easier. The invoice option is for you to see the invoices, statements that you have on file, and you can see the history of all of them. The activity is telling you the attacks, any mailings that go out, and of course credits, because remember, every 35 days you get a new round of attack for your client. So you're able to leverage that here. And then the integration is the option for you to integrate with Zapier and other programs within the Dispute Panda profile. Again, it's a pro feature. Now, again, I talk about residual funds. One of the things that I also love is the referral program. So they have put a pause on the referral program for this year. However, they will go ahead and put it back into implementation for next year. Sorry, my heater is heating, y'all. For next year. So if you are not yet an affiliate, I would suggest you to sign up. I tell people all the time, go to conferences. I don't care if it's realtor conferences, auto dealership conferences, mortgages conferences, credit card conferences. I want you out there beating the streets, because you could be telling people about the software that you're using, and they can also sign up, and you would earn credits and benefits for them doing that once this goes live again next year. So I don't want you to miss out on those opportunities that are available to you. Okay. So we've covered all of the features over here, all of the tabs on the main dashboard. Any questions before we dive into actually working our first client? I'm guessing that's a no. All right. So before we start learning our first client, what I want to do is talk about the documentation that we need to go ahead and start the rounds to dispute. So when you're doing credit repair and you're generating the letters for your clients, what I definitely want you to understand is that you want to make sure that the supporting documents match. So if the driver's license says 1414 Mockingbird Lane in Killeen, Texas, 76549, then I need the bills or any supporting documents to say 1414 Mockingbird Lane, Killeen, Texas, 76549, because you want to make sure that only one address, one name, one date of birth is showing up on your client's credit report. Not 5, not 6, 1. So if the driver's license has a different address than what is on the bill, and the bill is the mailing address that you're leveraging, I want you to skip it and get another one of the proof of identifiers that are available for your client. All right, so that way that you're leveraging it properly. If you are utilizing a utility bill, best practice is to get an updated bill every 90 days. Best practice from your client. All right. So those are the two things that I normally recommend. Social Security card is optional. I personally do upload the Social Security card. I have had a situation where there was a brother and sister who miraculously had the same last four, or it was almost the same. I think it was one digit off. And their accounts had actually cross-merged with each other. So for best practices, I ask for the Social Security card. You do not have to. Again, if you look, the Social Security card is also a different verifier over here for proof of identity. So if you're already using it for proof of identity, you do not need to upload it again. The system will only allow you to leverage this information. These two are required, proof of identification and proof of address, in order for a letter to be generated or for you to move on to that portion. So if anyone is wondering, this is a screenshot from the how to add a client to Dispute Panda credit repair software that is located in the training material. So if I am not here, you guys weren't able to snap a screenshot, it is in the training flow for you to be able to see, and it shows up in a couple of training modules as well, because they want to make sure that you're able to see that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add the clients in. Some of the things that I say all the time when we're talking about the client is you want to make sure that you're basically hitting all the things that are starred. I personally take second names. Can they show only the last 4 numbers of the Social Security card? What do you mean, Mr. Jeffrey? You're muted. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead. I just sent a request to unmute. What do you mean, my love?
Right now, my clients give me their Social Security card, and I have them black out the first 5 numbers, and that's good with the credit bureaus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I just want
the letter is only going to put the last 4, but what I have done to be transparent is the first letter that goes out to the credit bureau, I have sent the Social Security card, like the full Social Security card, and then every time after that I don't include it. But wiping it out and only showing the last 4, I don't see that being a problem either if you're using Lightning.
Yeah, because a lot of people are pretty sensitive about giving their whole Social Security number out. Okay.
All right, great question. All right, so if there is a junior, senior, the 15th, and a lot of times I have full families that I'm working, I want you to go ahead and if there's a 4th, put the 4th. Like, put the 4th on there, allow it to be in the letter. Again, it is not required, as you can see. It is not a required option. I like to do it. It is completely up to your style, because what I would like to do is if I'm working a file, I don't want to have like George Senior, Junior, the 3rd, and then I forget which one I'm working while I'm in the platform, because I am 42 and my grades be graying, y'all. Okay, let me just tell you. So again, you cannot use the same email address that was used to sign up. The system will not allow it. So I want you to be careful that you don't fall into that trap. Okay. Also, the address has to be on the correct line. So you want to make sure that the city is on the city line, the state is on the state line, so that you are prepared to support accordingly. Okay. And of course, their date of birth needs to be added into the system. I don't know myself real. Okay, there we go. If you have the pro option, you would click the invite option. It will automatically send out the invite to your client. Once they log in, they'll have an option to go ahead and do the credit monitoring, sign their contract. All of those things will automatically populate for them. If you do not have the pro option, you're just clicking save and you're moving on to the next segment. As you can see, the attacks are grayed out, and that's because none of this stuff is filled out. So you're not going to be able to do anything until it is filled out. Now, the smart technology that we have and how Dispute Panda wants you to be able to save your coins, the goal is to have is all of the IDs that are required on one page, 1 to 2 page, no more. Okay. So with that, you are able to go ahead and crop out unnecessary space that your clients may send over. So all I need is the proof of the date that is within the 90-day window. And then I need the address, and I can literally save the document. Now, if for some reason, again, the 90 days have passed, you need to upload it again, you simply click the X, and then you go ahead and either drag and drop, or you click the upload tab and you go ahead and update the information all over again. Is there already a contract on file, or do we need to make one up? So on the screen that I showed, there is not a contract there. However, if you are in the Dispute Panda community, there is a contract there, and I will ask JM if he can drop one in the chat as well. So JM, when you get a second, can you drop the contract in the chat so the team can have it? Sorry about that. Also, sometimes I'll have clients that will send their ID on a full old page. I'm like, get yourself together. You can go ahead and crop it out, because again, the goal is to save on ink, save on paper. You don't need to spend all this money, right? So we need to crop, save, put it on one page, and call it done. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up the sample contract. Give me 1 second. Okay, JM got it. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. No, I don't have it, so I'm gonna download it today. Okay, so I can put it in my stuff and have it for you guys just in case. All right. So with that being said, as you can see, the next set of things. Oh, I'm sorry. I said I have a social security card, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to upload the social security card for my client. And again, as you can see, guys, it is optional. It is not required for you to have the social security card in there. Only these 2 boxes are here. If these 2 boxes are not filled, your documents are still missing. It will not work for you, okay? Now, with the Dispute Panda, as I said, when you have the credit dyno, because they were meant to fit each other, so I want to explain like a nice puzzle piece, right? You would come in and put your client's login information in here, and every 35 to 40 days, you would come in and click the one-click import, and it will automatically update your client's information. And then you will actually get a wonderful screenshot that says, thank you for using Credit Dyno. You just earned 1 free round of attack. And it will actually pop up for you, excuse me. And you will also see an option over here for you as well. So I definitely want to leverage that option, that when we are using the Credit Dyno, how to make it easy and simple for you to maneuver. So I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen. I'm going to put in the dummy account information. And while I'm doing that, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I'm here to support. No questions, guys?
Yeah, question. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So you say it's $17 per customer per round.
Per month, per round, correct.
Per month.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes care of the collection letters and the dispute letters to the credit bureaus?
Yes. So if you're using Credit Dino, you get creditor letters and you get credit bureau letters. If you are not using Credit Dino, the $17 only covers letters to the credit bureau, not to the creditors. So that means if you're just using the standard $17 per month, you're using Smart Credit, Identity IQ, My Score IQ, I think is what it was. If you're using those three options, you're paying $17 a month and you're only getting letters to the credit bureau.
Got it.
No worries. Okay.
Okay.
Great question. Give me 1 second. All right, I wanted to log in the information. DeMoses, get off of, how can I help? Get off the mute, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I said yesterday, I made my son mom as a client as I entered her information in. They populated, even though her information, like her birthday was correct in Dispute Panda, it still populated in the profile up under her credit score with the wrong birthday. That was a day off.
So you're saying when you went here, the birthday was correct?
Yes, correct. It was off right there.
So that means that it was entered, it must have entered some kind of way incorrect. All you have to do is come here and click edit and just change it.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure, my love. Ooh.
And I have one more question, but I'm gonna say
I got one more answer. What you got?
Oh no, I was saying like, cause I did myself last week. I actually did my first attack last week on myself. Now, as I went to my profile, I went to history, and at the bottom, I was kind of lost. It populated. It showed that like it had like 21 accounts deleted and all that. I don't know if that was real or fake or it was just advertised. I don't know.
So you're in your customer tab.
Yes.
And you click on history.
Yes, and it had like 21 deleted. It was like I think it was update account, but it just automatically populated.
Wait, so you're saying, so under letters, credit, because right now okay, so give me 1 second. Let me pull the letter first and then come back to history, and that way you can tell me what it looks like on the screen. Okay. Does that make sense? Because yes. I don't want you to open up your platform and expose your stuff, because this does go on YouTube. So I will go ahead, let me do the attack first, and then I'll come back to the history tab, and then I want you to tell me what you saw. Okay, once I can see everything. All right. And you got another question, or that was the last one from?
Oh, that was the last one.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started with the dispute tab. So when you guys come here, if you are doing credit repair where you're letting the system do what it does, understand that the artificial intelligence is going to pull anything that's in error out for your client to automatically dispute with all the credit bureaus. The situation with the inquiries, best practice is you do not want to dispute an inquiry that is attached to an open and active account, because you run the risk of that account being closed, okay? So you can do Command F if you choose to and search for the client information. Don't be rude. Close it out. All right. Search for the client information, or you can do scrolls to the gods to see the client's profile and then compare it to what's in the inquiry tab. Completely up to you as to what style works best for you, but systemically, the system does not pick inquiries. That is something that you manually have to do for yourself. So inquiries is hard inquiries that have been pulled to find out if you are credit worthy or fit to go ahead and get this particular account, right? That is what's accessible for you. That's what the inquiry tab is for. The public record tabs is for bankruptcies, child support, liens, anything that they took you to court for will show up under the public records tab. So you want to go ahead and have the conversation with your clients if you see this on here. I know some people in the credit repair space that do not mess with bankruptcies. Their reasoning for not messing with the bankruptcies is because if they do, when you go to get a mortgage, the mortgage company can still see the bankruptcy. So for them, they feel like that's a useless dispute to have. It is completely up to you as to how you want to do business. Again, if you're looking at, for me, I think about if someone is trying to get a job or something of that nature, you want to have it as clean as possible for when they pull your report. Okay. The accounts, of course, are the breakdowns of the accounts for each one of your clients. And I love the opportunity to go ahead and dive in and have a real conversation. So with the Credit Dyno software, it gives you the accurate information on your client as far as what type of accounts they have. Okay, is it an open, active, what's going on with it for each credit bureau? And that way you can look to see if the numbers are different, because sometimes they try to slip that in. Okay, but if the numbers are the same, then you're just having a conversation with them about the account health, right? So for instance, this particular account holder, her Wells Fargo on-time payments only at 52%. So with it being only at 52%, they're looking at, this is when you originally went negative, or when you started getting behind was in August of 2022. You can have the conversation. You can actually look at multiple accounts and see if that was the month where the hiccup happened across the board. Then you can educate them on, hey, your payment history is worth roughly 192.5 points. So if you're at 52%, you're not getting that full 192 points. Let's talk about how we can curate to make sure that this is not happening going forward, right? So that way, while you're going through the process, while you're having the conversation and diving in, you're able to go ahead and educate them on credit wholeness, not just I'm sending off letters to you. Like, no, your behaviors is going to also dictate whether or not your scores are going to go up or are they going to go down. Now, there are some people that love to be cash strong and they just want you to delete the items that are giving them headaches on their credit profile. So you want to have these conversations to curate what they need to know in order to be successful, right? The same thing when it comes to the account health. You're able to have a clear conversation with them that says, hey, your credit limit was $10,000. Boo, you over here using $12,000. Now, come on now, Leanne, you can't do that. You get what I'm saying? And this way you can have a clear conversation with them that says, hey, I'm not going to go ahead and have a conversation with you about just paying on time. We need to have the conversation about the importance of having an open account where you're not over your limit, because that's worth 165 points, right? So if you are looking at the profile, and while you're looking at the points itself, you're realizing that your clients are not maximizing in certain areas, you want to have these clear conversations with them that says, hey, this is where you need to work on, and this is what I'm going to be tracking every single month while I'm looking at your profile. Give them a number like, hey, I'm looking to see if we can get this down 5% every single month, right? Explain to them how this is affecting them, because they're now in the negative if they're over their balance limit, if they're over their credit limit. So their interest is higher, they look more riskier. All of those conversations you want to curate while you're reviewing the profile. And you're able to get this sauce with the Credit Dyno in the software, right? Now, if you guys are more of a consumer law writers, or you have factual letters that you know have been making movements, okay, you can actually come and click on the customized template, and then you can go ahead and write whatever the verbiage is. And not only can you write it out, you can save that template, okay? And then you can use it going forward and you can label it. So if you're looking at it and you click save template, you can actually, let me do a new message. So let's say the sky is blue. And this is the template that I want to use all the time. I can click save template, put the sky, name it the sky, what the message is, and then I can label a folder if I need to. And then every time I come in that I see an account that is in compliance with that particular template or that late compliance code or whatever code I'm using, I can come back and select that template going forward. What will end up happening is the series of letters will only be generated for these other accounts that are in the red, but this one account that you put the template with will only come out with the fixated letter that you have pre-selected. Okay. I'm not gonna do that because the sky is blue, but that ain't gonna help this account. Okay, this ain't gonna help the account. So I just want you guys to know that you do have the option to go ahead and make it tailor fitting. Now, once you have selected the accounts and you've gone through all of that together, you want to hit the save filter tab. That is the only way you're going to be able to go to the round of attacks. For all of those that hit the training section and downloaded the free guide, this is the new attack flow that is accessible for everyone. Okay, this new attack flow is what's going to populate when you click on the training tab and you click download free guide. This has been beta tested. This is the new flow that is working, and it actually has been tracked and proven. It also tells you when you want to go ahead and do your CFPB complaints. It invokes the consumer law as well as Metro 2 compliance within the software. And again, if you're using Credit Dino, you automatically get the free round of attacks every 35 days. Perk is, and I'm going to go ahead and try and zoom in some more. It tells you about the secondary bureaus. Okay. So LexisNexis, Innovis, LCI, Aries, all of those companies are entities that you are able to send letters to because they're housing your business. I like to call them Big Brother in the sky. Okay. They know your parking information. They know all of the details, all of the things about what you are doing and when you're doing it as well. So you want to make sure that you're sending out the letters to them as well to say, hey, I want to go ahead and have one address, one name, and you're sending out rounds, and the system is telling you at what month in what sequence are you sending this information out. Okay, and I'll show you what the static letters are. And static letters are free. So let me say this: if you have money in your bank, $1, 50 cents, $1 out of 15 cents. Okay, don't worry about that. You can actually make it your business to send off static letters. Static letters includes personal information letter, debt validation letters, goodwill letters, pay for delete letters, but also stall letters. So if you send out a letter for a client, the client comes back and tells you, hey, I got a letter from TransUnion saying they want to validate that someone isn't using my information. You go, I got a letter for that. You come here, you select the stall option. You go ahead and put in the date that you sent the original dispute letter. If you have the pro, you can add that letter in, and the stall letter will automatically be printed with the original rounds of letters that you sent off, and you resend this request over to the client. So over to the credit bureau. So you can say, stop playing on my top. I'm standing on business. I just learned that, y'all. Standing on business. Okay. So you want to go ahead and leverage that option. So it gives you multiple ways for you to go ahead and support your clients in real time or yourself. And it gives you these letters for free as long as you have money in your bank. All right. So according to the new flow, The first round of letters is the Punch of Fury Supreme Boosted. And it is going to, if I have the Pro, I will select the creditor option. Okay. I will also select static letters to go out for my clients also after, and I'm going to make a selection for handwritten. You cannot change the handwritten font. Systemically, it is changed. They have 10 or so different font options. So you do not have to worry about anything. You just click the option and the system will automatically select it for you. And then all you have to do is click confirm, because remember over here, guys, I have a free round of attack. We're going to hit confirm and then hit start round, and that letter will be generated for us. Okay. On top of that, we will have the ability to go ahead and mail it out right here on the platform. If you guys are not a control freak like me, don't judge my life, y'all. Don't judge my life. You'll be able to mail it out. Hold on. You can click the mail out option. Remember, it says that this round is first class mail. If you choose to do certified, you can change it. You'll see how much certified cost. But you can also do double-sided, but remember this round is single-sided and it's not in color. But you can play around with it and see how it changes the price. This is just the way that that the system was trying to make it cost effective for the clients. So none of the letters in this letter sequence has to be in color. All of them are not in color. So you have the ability to go ahead and select the option. You'll know how much you have to pay. And then you just hit print and mail. Again, it's after 12 p.m. So this round of letters would not go out until the next business day. Again, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so that means it ain't going out to Friday. Okay, all right. Now, going to Mr. De Muslim's question. So you're saying when you're under the history tab, I've just generated the letter. Are you talking about score, report, or letters? Are you by your computer so you can log in and see?
No, ma'am. Actually, it's the profile. When you go to profile and the scores, yeah, how they did up on it had. Let me go to it right quick.
Oh, you're saying on the screen here, it has
yes,
some
on
changes.
that screen, yes, it had some changes.
Okay, but so here.
It had account updates up under it.
Okay, because it's possible that the accounts have been updated when you sent out the letters. So it could have some information in there. But you should not, under the history tab, it shouldn't have any information until you go to pull your next round. That doesn't mean updates haven't happened, because remember, you send your letters out, they have 30 days to work it. So how long ago you said you sent your letters out?
Literally 7 days. And it's saying already, like, I'm new to this, so that's why I'm asking. They said late payment 0, deleted 21, and they got added. I ain't understand, they did added 72. I mean 79.
You're talking about here on this screen?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second, love. Hold on. I'm gonna log into another platform because I wanna. I didn't spell that right. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sick of those songs. Okay. So hold on. Let me pull it. And you said it's been 7 days. I've never seen them have anything here.
Yeah, so go ahead.
No, go ahead. You said so, like right above TransUnion, it says deleted, updated on this screen.
Yes, under it, like right under it. It got account updates, and then they got late payment update, deleted, and then on the side of that, they got updated to positive, negative. I mean, new account added.
And you're saying on profile. Can you log in? Because I need to see this, friend. I need to see this.
It's gonna be okay. I got a hard situation. I'm currently incarcerated, so I be working. Yeah, so I be working from my people doing it for me, and I be on FaceTime. But I be educating myself while being down.
So here's my situation. I've never seen that on this page, because normally when you see updates or changes or anything like that, and I'm gonna log into another platform. Hold on, because I be logging into stuff every day. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna.
I mean, I got a picture of it though. I mean, I got a picture of the screen.
Okay, can you share the picture?
Yes, I don't know how to do that though. Like, how do I do that?
You got an iPhone?
Yeah, yes, I'm not on the iPhone though. I got it right here by me though.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna try and log into another platform. Give me 2 seconds. I would say to send a message because I promise you I've never seen let me see, who did I just respond to? Jacqueline. Profile. So like even with this client, right? This client, I just pulled her information. I've never seen on this screen where you have any of that. The updates I've seen here.
Okay, yeah, okay. That would it look like. It looked just like that.
Okay, so you're under the updates tab.
Yes, yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
So no, okay, that's how I was like, let me just make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So there may have been changes that took place. I don't want you to think that just because it's only been a few days that something hasn't happened, because the goal is that we give them 5 days to receive the mail, but they could have received the mail earlier. You follow what I'm saying? So there could have been changes and things that have been done on the profile that is making this update happen. But normally this update isn't available unless you have pulled a round. So I want to make sure that I'm clear. You're saying you really only sent off 1 round.
Yes, I sent out 1 round. That's it.
Yeah, I've only seen this. So like this particular client has multiple reports in there, so I'm able to see it. I've never seen that happen unless there is some changes that happened on your actual profile. So that means there was something removed, there was something updated. Again, hang tight and don't pull your information until you are at the 35 to 40 day window, because you want to give all the credit bureaus the opportunity to finish their investigation. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Great question. Look at you just giving me. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? But as you can see, that's where you would go to the history tab, and then there is an update tab that will populate for you. Again, I've normally only seen it when you've pulled in another round, or because if somebody went into the dispute tab, I'm sorry, the document tab, and refresh your report, it's still not going to pull a new report, but it will pull up the information in the system, and it can generate this updated tab. So ask the person who's helping you on the other end if they re-click the 1-click import, because that could be what triggered this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good question. And I support this. Come on now. Learn what you can when you can now. Love it. Yes, so of course you have your invoices as a tab, and then you have the notes as an option. With the notes option, this is a pro feature. I like to use this, especially if you guys are using the new flow. Personally, I was using the notes before because they did not have this out. So the original flow, you were only sending letters to the creditors, and you kind of had to figure out the space. But with the updates and the upgrades that have happened, because Dispute Panda wants you to be able to be more aggressive, because you will get false verified letters from the credit bureau. So Dispute Panda was like, we're going to nip that in the bud, and we're going to help you send letters to the creditors. So I personally used to use a note tab because I sent personal information letters out. Now, it's not necessary for you to send personal information letters out, because on every letter that goes out, your personal information letter is there. But I personally like to send a personal information letter out day 1, day 15, day 30, and I send it every 30 days. So my note tab used to have that information in there. Okay, that's what used to be on there. But it's completely up to you. If, again, this is also a pro feature that you get to use. But we have literally just gone through the flow of uploading, entering a client, doing our first round, mailing it off, and we are done. Any questions, concerns, or comments while we are here that you guys may have?
Yes.
Okay, what questions do you have?
Okay, you're sending out the letters, and then you're waiting. I heard you say you send out letters for personal information every 15 days.
I send it out day 1, day 15, and day 30, and then I don't send it out again, but every 30 days. That's my flow that I do.
For personal information.
Mm-hmm. And you would go when you go to
So aren't you're not giving them enough time to respond if they got 30 days to respond.
The personal information letter is not a dispute letter. So I'm not disputing. I'm telling you that my name is, my address is, my date of birth is. Anything other than that, you need to have removed from my profile. So that's not the same as a dispute round. Because remember, the personal information letter is a static letter.
Yeah, but you're sending it out every 15 days, even though you sent it out 15 days ago. I mean, that's a lot of stamps.
So again, that's my method. You don't have to do that. That's my method. I don't send it out every 15 days. I send it out day 1, day 15, day 30, and then every 30 days thereafter is my process. So I only send it out within that cluster the first month that the client is with me. I don't do it again, but every 30 days. Does that make sense? Okay. But in my price point, that's not a lot of stamps for me because of my price point. Does that make sense? So your pricing has to match your strategy. If you're not going to be doing that much, or you can offer, because I do that as well for my done with you service, I'll generate the letter and send it to the client for them to send off. But clarification, the personal information letter is a static letter. It is not a dispute letter. So you do not have to wait 30 days for them to respond.
Okay. Now what happens when you send out a letter for dispute and you haven't heard from them? Here it is, day 40. So you're sending out that second round on the 35th day.
So
even though you haven't got a response from the,
if I haven't heard from them, and I have heard from them and they're stating that they're not doing anything because they want to verify who I am, I'm coming to the static letter, I'm going to stall, and I'm resending the original round that I sent out with the stall letter attached.
Okay. Let me tell you what happens when I send out letters.
1 second before you continue, Erica, yes, David just dropped the YouTube link in the chat so you can see the recording from the beginning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for pulling up on us. Okay, sorry, Mr. Jeffrey, what was your question? I just saw that come in the chat.
Okay, when I send out a letter to the credit bureaus and they do their research and then it comes back and says, been verified, right? Mm-hmm. From the original creditor, the furniture. Mm-hmm. And I got them because they said that, so they're verifying, the furniture is verifying 3 different opening dates of that particular item. Mm-hmm. So I sent a letter to the furniture and said, hey, you just verified that Bank of America to TransUnion, the Bank of America account opened November 1st, 2020. And then you sent to Experian that same account opened December 20th, 2019. So they're verifying inaccurate information to the same company, and that's how we get things off. Is there a letter that we could send to the furniture when they say that everything's been verified?
So right here is a method of verification letter that's under the static letters, but this letter is specifically for the credit bureau. So I would dispute that with the credit bureau because I need to know, how did you verify that item was accurate? I know it's not. So now I'm going to challenge you and ask you, how did you verify that was a valid account?
Is there letters in there for the furniture?
No, the method of verification letter is only to be sent to the credit bureau. If you would like to retype it and generate it to the creditor, because what I would like to tell you is that normally if the credit bureau sends back verified, 85% of the time, they never even spoke to the creditor. They verified in-house. So you don't need to ask the creditor anything because the creditor is not the issue. The issue is still the credit bureau. So you would send the method of verification letter to the bureau, because the bureau did a circumvent job by saying, we're going to check eOscar, which is their internal system that says, yeah, we verified when it was originally posted. They're not actually verifying with the creditor. So that method of verification letter would only need to go to the bureau, because the bureau never went to Chase. They never went to Bank of America. They didn't even leave in-house. So now you're giving them a challenge letter with the actual codes, right? So here's the legal code that says, you're required to verify this information accurately.
Okay, that probably yeah. Okay, I like that. That's faster. But like you said, if they'd never sent it, now I caught them in a lie with the furniture. So I got them against each other, because I'm like, hey, furniture, you said, now I'm not an attorney, but you verify this inaccurate information.
But see, in your statement, you're saying that they said it. I'm advising they never said anything. You get what I'm saying? They never said anything, because the credit bureau never asked them anything.
But they were supposed to, though, right?
Correct, which means your dispute is not with the creditor. Your dispute is still with the credit bureau.
Right. But somebody's lying. I caught somebody in a lie. Okay, I got you, though. But okay,
yeah, you caught the credit bureau in a lie, and they out here lying and allowing us to get hoodwinked and bamboozled at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, because the furniture is going to say, wait a minute, we never did do that. Well, your stamp's on there. But all right, I'm using method of verification in the system here and see what happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But no, there is not one generated at this time for the creditors, because normally, as stated, normally they didn't even go to the creditor. So we're not, so my dispute is not with you. That's like you tell your husband, can you please ask the kids to do so-and-so? And your husband you come home and it's not done, and you go to your husband and say, why is it not clean? He goes, I asked the kids to do it. And then you go to the kids and the kids be like, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have an argument with my husband now. Now I have an argument with the kids. So I think when we're writing the letters, sometimes we have to figure out, are we arguing with the parent? Which in my mind, the parent in this situation is the credit bureau, because we're using the laws to make sure that they are reporting accurate, right, and up-to-date information. If it's not accurate or up-to-date based on the laws, it has to be removed. Now, once we've argued with the parents, now we can go ahead and argue with the actual children, which is the creditors, and be like, okay, Joe Smo, you done verified I owe this $5,000. I got $100. Will you settle this debt with me and get this account removed? So even if you guys want to do settlement, like debt settlement letters or pay for deletion letter, there is a letter in here for the actual collector that you can generate and actually send off to that creditor for yourself. So if you're choosing to settle debt and you want to find out, hey, can I settle this debt in real time? And you guys remove it, you can get a hard copy letter. And that way, when they turn around and they don't remove it, you can hold them their foot to the fire and say, hey, I have proof that you said when I settled this debt, it was going to be removed from my credit profile. So the static letters have a host of really juicy information that you are able to go ahead and leverage. And I definitely want you guys to take advantage of that. Because again, as long as there's money in your bucket, this is free 99 for you to leverage.
That's with anybody. You don't have to be pro.
No, yeah, for anyone. For anyone.
Okay.
Okay. Great questions. Great questions. Any other questions, guys? Any more questions, Mr. Lewis?
Yes. I saw that cease and desist letter template.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes usually to the collection company.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you said you have to be a pro in order for that to go to the collection company.
In the static letters, the static letters do not have to be pro. Remember, we just said that. So whether you're pro or not, static letters can still be generated. So they will be generated to the creditors. The only thing that will not be generated to the creditors unless you have pro is your regular round of attacks.
You mean the collection company?
Well, to the creditors. So remember, the credit bureau's one, the creditors is the collection company, or the actual company. So Bank of America, if you're not in default, you follow what I'm saying? So the creditor would be the collections company, Bank of America, third-party verifier, whatever case that may be. Those regular standard letters do not get printed to them. The static letters, however, can go to the debt collector as long as you have selected them on the attack round. So you would have to go into the attack round, unselect everyone, and then just select the one creditor that you're wanting the cease and desist letter to be printed for.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm asking a bunch of questions because I'm going to be putting my first two clients in tomorrow morning.
No worries. Take your time. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
You take personal phone calls?
I do with a fee now, honey. Now it's gonna be Thanksgiving,
wow.
so I'm not working tomorrow. But Friday, I'm actually thinking about opening a Zoom workroom to have people come in. So I will let everyone know. I will put it in the community in the event. I do open a Zoom room so everyone can kind of come and just ask questions, because I know that everyone's at a different standpoint. Like everyone is in a different space on the platform. So.
Yeah, did I say yesterday? I mean Friday. Yeah, Friday. I ain't working tomorrow. Yeah.
And this is what it looks like once you have done thank you so much, JN. This is what I'm talking about. I appreciate you. Jolene said, congratulations, Godfrey. I'm so excited. I love this. Congratulations on your 2 clients that you're going to load on Friday. Yes, because tomorrow you're supposed to be eating. Okay, that's what you're supposed to be doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when you have the pro option, this is what it will look like. You'll have a link for the creditor and you'll have the link for the attack. However, for the static option, all you would have to do is go back to the disputing tab. You would uncheck all that doesn't apply. So let's say you just wanted to deselect all accounts. Let's say you just wanted to go ahead and send this one a cease and desist, right? Let's say this one was doing a collection for you. You would select it, you would hit save, and then you would just come back over here and select cease and desist.
Okay.
And then it will generate the letter for you again, as long as you have money in your bank for free.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? I love these questions.
I have a question.
I got an answer. Maybe.
So when you send your disputes out, do you send from TransUnion to TransUnion? Like how they said in the old?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. To be quite honest, my first round of letters that I send out for my clients, I actually have my address as the return to sender, because I would like to know if something is happening to, like with the first round, I would like to know if it comes back directly to me. Every other letter goes out and I print out the actual envelope that comes with the rounds. They actually have an option for you to do the letters, and I print out just regular. It goes on to my clients with my clients' information on there, and that's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
I did that before, and they changed the address to my address instead of my client's. They went in the system, made automatic changes as though that was their new address.
That was fraudulent. They shouldn't have done that, because they're supposed to be responding to the address that's in the letter. So whatever address is in the letter is the only address should be used. So in that case, if I saw that, I would go in and send a personal information letter again out with just your client's information on it.
Okay.
Good questions. Anyone else? It sounds like everyone's ready for turkey.
I have a question.
Hey Perry, I got an answer. Possibly. I think.
My question.
You're breaking up, my love. Oh, we lost Perry. He muted himself.
I'm here. Hello.
Okay. All right. Come on.
Okay. Here we go again. How are you?
Great.
That's good. Yeah. So I was I had sent out a round before. I remember Dom, he was telling me what to do. I know we didn't have a call, so I was wondering if maybe you might know the answer to it.
Okay.
So it was for a collection, and they responded with it been verified, and they show, I guess, like transactions or something, I guess receipts or something. So I was trying to see what would be my next move for it.
So they came back verified with the transaction history is what they sent you.
Yes, that's what it looked like. Hold on, I have it right here. I can let's see.
So I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you. My plan of attack is now I'm gonna go on to the next round.
Yeah.
To the next round of letters to go out. But when I would look through those personally, I would look through the transactions that they sent you and try to see if you can confirm the dates of those things that have been done. Because even though they send you the list of transactions, doesn't mean the date and information is accurate. There could be inconsistencies, even down to the calculation. And that will give you grounds to go ahead and dispute a different method. But I would still continue with the dispute flow, even though they came back with that documentation. Because the issue is, yes, you may have had the account, right?
Yeah.
But is everything on that account valid and accurate? If it's not, then you still have the laws to work against your side. You have to remember that some accounts are going to be verified and they're going to be valid because they were yours, right? So the next option that you would have, if it's verified, if it's valid, if you've gone through all of the steps, is now, if that's still a negative item, going and trying to see if you can settle it another way. Because the truth is, if it's a valid profile and they are not violating any FCRA laws, then you have no grounds to get it removed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But if you continue the process, that doesn't mean that the next series of letters may not have a code in there that they may not be violating, that then makes them not be applicable to go ahead and still try to collect.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, can I answer that question for Perry? Also, I have a question, Perry, for you.
Yes.
Did you validate that collection?
Can you I'm not understanding.
Did you send out a validation letter?
Yeah, debt validation. Yeah, I did. Yes. So I guess that was the response to that debt validation letter.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Did
Okay.
they verify the debt before you received the validation letter?
I don't think so.
No, what he's saying is he got a printout that showed him what the debt and the transactions of all the debt.
Yeah, so I can read it right here. I have the paper. It say I just dropped it. 1 second.
No. The thing is, because if they verify, okay, this is what we do. When we send out validation letters,
yes,
to collection companies, there's only way they can verify it is going to the credit bureaus, right? Not the customer. The customer's not going to validate. So if they verified the debt before they validate the debt to the customer, that's a FDCPA violation.
Okay.
Because that's considered an attempt to collect a debt before it's been validated with the customer.
So wait, okay. I have a follow-up question, Perry. Is that letter from the credit bureau or is it from the creditor?
The creditor, say First Point Collection Resources.
And that's the difference. So the creditor sent him his transaction with all of his information, verifying that the debt is his.
Yeah, the summary. Yeah, it's a summary of transactions of charges. That's what it says, summary of charges. So I was trying to see what was the next thing for this client. What should I?
You go and you do the next round of attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you go and do the next round of attack. But I would still audit the file that they sent you because, and I'm only saying that because I've had a client who got that same form back. Well, not the same form, but got a similar form back from a creditor. Right.
Okay.
And when I went through the actual calculations, the numbers were wrong.
So I should add up the charge amounts to see if it has the total. Okay.
Yep, I have to make sure that it's correct. I've even checked interest rates because I want to see it to Mr. Lewis's point. What are they violating? What do they have incorrect? What laws have they broken? But the reality of the situation is the creditor is sending you the information on what they have to validate that you do owe them this document.
Okay. So I see like it's, well, I don't know. You say you have a thing on your thing. Am I able to talk to you? I don't want to take everybody's time, you know.
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat.
Okay.
But great point that was made, Mr. Lewis. I think that's a definite, to see if there is violation that happened. I definitely like that idea.
See, because we send a debt validation letter to the collection bureaus, and then 3 to 5 days later, we send out a dispute letter to the credit bureaus.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're going to, the collection company is going to verify that debt, or the credit bureaus are going to verify that debt. They're going to interact with each other, trying to verify the debt. And then that means before my client received a debt validation letter with all that stuff that they sent him. So that's considered an attempt to collect the debt, and that's a FDCPA violation. So we set them up for failure to have leverage. And it works most of the time.
Mr. Lewis, if you also have somewhere I can contact you too, because I would like to, you know, both of y'all.
We set them up like a chess game.
Yeah, I would like to learn. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I'll give you my email address right now.
Okay.
Yeah, drop it in the chat.
Are you able to type it? Second? Yeah. Okay. And that was it for me, though. That was pretty much the only thing. That was like, what was going on? Yeah. So.
No problem. I love that. Yes, and don't forget we have a meeting not next Thursday, but the Thursday after.
Yeah.
All right. I look forward to seeing y'all. Any other questions, team?
Yeah, I came in late.
Hey,
sorry.
Avery. You're fine.
How y'all doing? I was gonna ask about uploading like the ID, the mail, and the social. I was having issues with it. It kind of take a minute to for it to upload. I dropped it in there and I don't see it. Is it a special way that we got to do that?
No, I've never had an issue. We did it today, and it was just I did a drag and drop. What I would suggest is, if you're having an issue and it's not showing up, to get an app called Loom. It's a free program, LOOM.com, and do a video showing them what you're doing and the delays that's happening, and send it over to info@Dispute Panda so they can walk you through, just to be safe, because that way they can see the glitch that's happening. But you should normally be able to click and either click into the box and click the file, or you can drag and drop. So you're saying neither one of those are working?
So what I did is I took a picture. I use my iPad, and so I would, I would click on the box to upload, import, and it would give you the option to take a picture. I'll take a picture of it, and then it would give me the option to kind of like crop it. And when I hit the button to save it, it has save and crop on it. It's just not doing nothing.
It said, so just for record, just for transparency, the platform works best with a laptop or a desktop. So it could be the fact that you're using an iPad.
So I thought that's what it was too, because it said, you can't use the phone. So I did get on a computer, and I sent it to an email, and I clicked on it from the email and tried to drop it in there, and it nothing at first.
Still nothing. Yeah, so definitely take a video. Go to Loom, and I'll type it in the chat. Do a video, and so that they can see that you're getting it from, that you're actually getting it from your drive, and you're trying to move it over, and it's not working, because there could be something in the coding that's not. So you're saying you did do it on the desktop or a laptop, and it still did the same thing?
Yeah, eventually it did show up, but it was like, I'm assuming that it probably was loading or something like that, and I thought that might have been strange, but it was like I did it and I left and I came back and I saw it, and then I did it again, and it was like the same situation. So it just took a little time. It was kind of
for it to go through.
frustrating.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it finally worked for you now. It's starting to act right. But I'm sorry that you had that issue. Did you have any other questions for me?
No, I'm gonna give somebody else a shot. I'll probably ask some in a minute if we still out here.
All right. Any other questions, guys?
Yes, ma'am, I have one.
Okay, I might have an answer.
All right. So for this, I'm brand new to this. I just signed up with Dispute Panda, I think 3 or 4 days ago.
Yes, sir.
So when uploading information like proof of address and things like that, driver's license is okay for proof of identity, correct?
Repeat that for me.
A driver's license would be sufficient for proof of identity?
That is correct.
Okay, and as far as proof of address, is there a specific document that works better than others, or would a Wi-Fi bill or phone bill be okay?
Yep.
Okay, and are we also uploading client's social security card with that?
That is optional.
Okay. All right, so just those two things would be okay, right?
As long as the addresses match, you're perfectly fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Anything else?
Do you include your client's social down? What do you
I
exactly
do.
Okay, I was just wanting to know.
I do. I do include their social. Normally in the first round, not normally going forward, because after the first round, you already know who they are. Stop playing games with me. So unless the social security card I'm using specifically for a proof of identification, then that's the only time it will be repeated. If it's not a proof of identification and it's just an other documentation to solidify that they are who they say they are, that is the only time that you will see it multiple times for me, is if it's using as the proof of identification.
Okay. And so you just exit out after like the second round? Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, I got another one for you.
All right, I might have an answer.
All right, so is it a particular order that we should go in as far as like the dispute?
So we have a flow. When you go to the training tab, if you click on training, you can actually download the actual flow. And it looks like this, and it tells you exactly how to send out, what letters you're picking, what day you're sending the letters out.
Okay, gotcha.
Raquel, where'd you get that proof of ID screen you just showed us? Is that in the system or is that somewhere else?
This is actually under the training tab on how to add a client to Dispute Panda credit repair software and get a free attack.
Okay. Got it.
Yep. So if you need it, you can take a screenshot of it while we're here together.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Oh, I hear my son.
Thank you, Raquel. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you. Thank you, guys. All right. So it sounds like I answered all the questions. Just check it. Oh, so to answer your question, just to make sure I reconfirm, Avery, there is a flow. You literally go to training, you click free download, and you will download the flow on your process. If you do not have the pro, do not fret, my loves. You can still utilize the software. You're just not going to be sending any letters to the creditors. You still want to go ahead and follow what it's saying, though, with the handwritten. You can still go ahead and do the static letters as long as there's money in your bucket. It is free 99 for you. And you're able to go ahead and generate those letters. Other than that, any other, oh, thank you, Michael. Happy gobble gobble day, darling. Any other questions, concerns, or comments for me?
Yeah. I got the how do you put money in the bucket?
So you would click on balance, and you can either do the subscribe and save. If you're only using yourself, you can pick the $20 or $60 plan. You get $50 more, or you can enter a dollar amount that you want. Bear in mind, they only allow you to add at $20 increments. So the least you can add is 20. The most is whatever you got. But you just click, you just click on the balance tab and it will literally take you there for you to do it. And you can add your card in so that it can be saved for you to use the same card over and over again.
Okay. And so when you do the, I was watching a video on YouTube. It was talking about how you do the static letters first, and you know how you get the free attack. If you do the static letters first, do you use up that free attack?
As long as you have money in the bank, the static letter is free. So static does not cost you, and it doesn't cost you an attack because the static is not a standard attack. So remember that your attacks are, hold on, let me.
It's not you just trying to get your names corrected or something like that, right?
So statics are kind of different. It is name, is personal. There's a bunch of informations that are there for the static attack, but it is not the same. It's not the same type of letter as the nerve attack. It's not an attack letter. I want to call attack, the static letter is more like a touch point letter. Like, oh, by the way, boo, let me tell you what you didn't do, right? Think of that as a static attack. I mean, a static letter versus an attack is seriously like, here's the law that says, here's this that says. That's the difference between the attack and the static letters. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So am I correct when I say the static letters, do they like freeze those secondary bureaus?
We don't have a freeze letter in here because Dominique's method of attack and the system's method of attack is not to freeze the secondary bureau because his tracking has shown that there's no better success freeze versus non-freeze. So for his method that he's giving you, there is no freeze on there at all.
Okay. All righty then.
I love these questions. Jolie said, I think I said your name right. Please forgive me if I'm not. But Jolene said to freeze is best to call each bureau. Like I said, I have since I want to say maybe May. March. I haven't been freezing any new clients that have come in. So it's completely up to you as to how you want to do it. But the static letters that are in here do not request a freeze. It just gives them information on what you would like to change and have adjusted. All right. So since we are nearing the end of our time, I want to say have a great day tomorrow, whether you guys have family or you're doing it solo dolo. I want to say thank you so much for dedicating your time to Dispute Panda and allowing us to support you with your needs. Please do not forget to join the community if you have not already done so. We want to be able to support you to success. And JM, who is our wonderful moderator here, is also on the platform. As you can see, Dominique be in here Dominican, okay? David is in there as well. So we are all here to help and support as much as possible. If you have any questions or concerns, you have the ability to go ahead and type it in the chat and get the support that you need. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Avery. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys have a great gobble day. If you need anything, I will be back here on Monday. And I hope you guys have a great one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, David. I'll see you later, okay?